Hello, 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 hello. We're back, and it's so important to share this video. Hit the thumbs up button because we were live with that other story. And so we've lost a lot of our notification action, right? So if you are here, please hit the thumbs up button. I appreciate it. And also share this to other Tie Squad members. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Now I'm gonna sit here and I gotta send this out to everybody because now I can share it because yeah, I'm gonna need to. Okay. Hello, everybody. Happy Friday. Thank y'all for tuning in. Normally it's Memphis we're covering or St. Louis, but I don't know. Nashville's been getting a lot of action, y'all. They've been getting a lot of action. Okay. Do you know 5 people? Share this video to 5 people. Do you have 5 friends? Mm-hmm. Okay. So let me do my part. I can do that. We have some sensitive matters, everybody. We have some sensitive matters today. So the tone of the show won't be with my usual comedic banter, unfortunately. My Emmy Award-winning wit, because we have very sensitive issues and we have to handle this differently. So I hope you understand. We cannot handle this with the same banter as usual. I will try my best to add a little levity if I can, but yeah, due to the subject matter today, we have to handle this differently. So I'm just sending out notifications to all of the Tie Squad. So everybody will get a notification. It's 9 a.m. on the West Coast, so it's super early. It's 11 a.m. in Memphis, Nashville, and St. Louis, Houston, Dallas. And we're getting ready to get started right now. Hey, hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. I just want to start by saying that the conversation that needs to be had, if we don't have it in the Black church, these stories will be continuing until Jesus cracked the sky, if the conversation is not had. Okay, so it's just up to y'all what y'all want to do, Black church. Okay, it's up to y'all what y'all want to do. It's not on me. Okay, seem like the numbers are getting kind of moving up. Thank y'all so much. Okay, some of y'all inboxing me, you're here. Okay, you just got a double notification. That means you're doubly loved. If you're here, it's okay. Thank y'all so much. Okay, now let me go over here. Woo, child. And I have a whole nother show to do tonight at 8:30. But God is able to carry the arch through. Okay. All right. We're getting these notifications out. We're getting them out. Okay. Did I do Instagram? Child, listen, honey. Okay. Let me do a few on Instagram. Make sure you hit the like button. Right now is a great time to hit the like button. Right now. That'll help us out a great deal too. It will help us out a great deal if you hit the like button. Okay. All right. And we're almost at 200. So God is faithful. God is good. And I decided to put the other video. I put that in members only instead of private in it, so that won't mess up the algorithm so much. Okay. Okay. Welcome everybody. Hi, LaFrance, Crystal Marshall, Jason Prince, LaGreta, everybody. We got a new member. Let me see who it is. Latrice Hudson. Welcome, Latrice Hudson. Thank you so much. All right. Welcome, Latrice Hudson. You're now part of the Top Squad. Okay, we're almost at 200. We're almost at 200. Let me say this too, because somebody always sends my videos over to JEROCK, right? Is it JEROCK, JEROCK? Somebody always sends my videos over to him, and today is not a day. I'm not going to be interrupted. I'm not about to be talking. I'm not. Okay, so I'm just letting y'all know. Today ain't the day. I'm not in the mood. I love everybody. I love everybody. I love everybody with the love of Christ. But you know, I already know you said you don't like me because you don't like how I cover the story. I guess I covered too objectively, and you probably prefer subjectively. Okay, and that's not how I operate. Journalists, bloggers should not. Well, I'm gonna say journalists should not be liked. They should be respected, right? And believe it or not, in this new media landscape, bloggers are journalists, whether you want to accept the title or not, because we are replacing legacy media, the mainstream media. We are replacing it. So you don't have to like me, okay? You do not have to like me, but please respect me. That's all I ask. You know, it seems like every time I come on, one of the bone carriers send my video to the young man, okay? Well, that's what I was told. He don't like me. It's okay. It's all right. And that was maybe before the conversation with me and Larry. So I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I don't. Okay. Let me go to my other page so I can see the other people as well. Let me log into my other page. Hold on, y'all. Let me log into my other so I can see everybody in the comments. We get it. I understand, baby. I understand, Chef Dun. You don't like me. I get it. I guarantee you my life will go on. That I can guarantee you. I guarantee you my life will go on. I will be okay. 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 Hey, everybody. Thank y'all. All the people in the bushes, everybody at work. Hi, everybody. Hello. Okay. Hi, Crystal Marshall, Renee Price, Stephanie, everybody. Life-changing vibe with Famaka. Everybody, thank y'all for coming by. I love you so much. I love you so much. This is good. We're almost right back to where we were on the last video. That means y'all are sharing and y'all are doing the work. Okay, thank y'all so much. So I received the email. I follow JEROCK already on Facebook, but somebody inboxed me. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Yeah, I got this at 2:39 in the morning. And the person that sent it to me, it's a kind of made up name. Child, I know that ain't a real name, but it's okay. So they sent me a picture of the lady that shared, I guess she shared Bishop's text messages with JEROCK. Okay. All right. That's what happened. Okay. So let me show y'all so people, y'all know. This was sent to me at 2:39 in the morning. Hold on one second. Because they'll say I'm just reaching for the stars and stuff. Okay, baby. Let me close that out. Do y'all see that? Now I know that name is made up. That we know that. Child, come on now, y'all. Kabuka, come on, baby. Don't do that. The lady who sent the messages, this was sent to me at 2:39 in the morning. Okay. Y'all saw that. Okay, so And then they said, I'm not going to share the lady's name. I'm not sharing her name. The lady that sent the messages. So Bishop was corresponding with the lady, right? Bishop Matthews was corresponding with her. And evidently she sent them to JEROCK. That's how I'm gathering it, right? It could be an African name. It could be. Nevertheless, JEROCK then JEROCK shares a video screen. Well, he recorded the conversation between him and the lady. I guess that sent him those messages, right? She sent him the messages, and then there was a conversation with him and that lady, and he recorded that conversation. I'm not playing it here. I'm not. Because, I don't know, Tennessee law is that one party on the phone call has to be aware of the phone call being recorded. So I don't want to play that on here to protect myself. Okay. All right. Okay. Y'all got it. Y'all know, some states are 2-party consent. Some states are 1-party consent. And some states you can't record phone calls. So to protect my channel, I won't be playing the audio here, but I did take contemporaneous notes. I did take contemporaneous notes right here. Okay. So he recorded the phone call with the lady. And I don't want to say like the lady is messy. I don't want to say like she messy. But I don't know if okay. Don't know if that lady that was speaking with the bishop had Bishop's permission to reply, to JEROCK and tell him everything that was going on. I don't know that. Okay. Somebody said, well, Bishop may have told her, yeah, you can reach out to him. So I don't want to say that lady is messy because I don't know her. Okay. I don't know her. Now this phone call recording situation, I don't know if she knew she was being recorded. I don't know. Did she know she was being recorded? Because she was being recorded. Okay. That's really at the end of the day, honey, that's the smallest thing on the list, y'all. Okay. I think so too, Robin. So I don't know. That's the smallest thing. Who knew what and when did they know? Okay. So at the end of the day, that happened, and it's so many questions. It didn't sound like to me she knew. Okay. Emily B, my baby daddy, and my baby, and this and all of this is for a lot for me. Yeah. Okay. What happened? Let me see who this is. I just don't have time today, baby. Let me see who this is. Okay, hold on. I don't have time. My energy today, honey, it's the wrong day. Who is this? Okay, I don't know. I don't know who it is. Okay. Let me just do it like this. Give me 1 second. Okay. Y'all say the lady was being messy. Y'all, I don't know. I don't know the lady. I don't know, sis. I don't know. I don't know, y'all. I don't know that lady. I don't know her. Okay, so we have a situation whereas that lady, and all of this is alleged, even though we have a phone recording, of the lady talking to JEROCK and giving him the information from the bishop, unfortunately, that is still alleged. I know. I hope JEROCK don't get upset. We have to still say alleged, JEROCK. If we don't hear Bishop Matthews' voice, we just have a woman on a phone call talking to you. Okay, I'm sorry. It has to still be alleged. All right. But we can discuss it because it is public. Okay. It is public. That's why we can discuss it now. Y'all need to go around there and listen to Larry discuss these matters on how to handle your commentary. Okay. Now she says that and this is the tragic part, you guys. She says that the woman says to JEROCK that the first lady did try to commit self-harm. The first lady did try to commit self-harm, and it was really, really tragic. It was bad. And so the pastor says, according to the lady, I think she's a motivational speaker and an author. The lady, okay. The lady says that the pastor's wife tried to harm herself. She had, she had been really, really taking this hard. She had been throwing up, vomiting. She was sick. It was just a lot to deal with, right? And so she did try to do self-harm. She also said to JEROCK that allegedly that the pastor admitted that it was true. It was true. Now, she didn't break down what was true. She just said the pastor said it was true. And that if he wanted to get me, he's got me now. Like, you got me. There's nothing else you can do. And he said if losing the church was not going to be a problem, losing the church, he could deal with that. But losing his wife on yesterday would have been a lot, or the day before yesterday would have been too much. He didn't care about losing the church, but losing his wife would have been something else. The kids are flying in. The kids are flying in. We do not know also that there is a minor child, according to this woman, and the recording that I had privy to listen to. Yeah, there is a minor child, and I believe there may be 3 adult children. And for what was said on the video, the wife is waiting. She's waiting until that child, I guess, gets of age, and then she's going to leave the pastor. She's going to leave him. But evidently, she doesn't want to break up the home, according to this woman, while the child is underage. So she wants to break up. But there's so many other things that the notes I took here, Ty Squad. It's just really, it's a lot. Okay. Again, everything is still alleged. Pastor says that this is an independent church. He cannot step down. He just can't step down because he can't take 4 or 5 weeks off. He said they're barely making it as it is. And if he does that, they will be homeless. They make about $4,000 a month in salary. And so he said, basically, if they have any kind of hiccup, they'll be homeless. They're barely making it as it is. He is not stepping down. Now, when the woman went on to talk about the suicide, I hate to use that word, but that the first lady had tried to take her life. I'm sorry, JEROCK, I have to tell the truth. At no point during any of this did JEROCK seem shocked, seem like he was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry to hear that. I kid you not, there was no point where he was aghast, took a deep breath, said, oh my God, are you serious? Are you kidding? He just continued on with, oh, I don't care. Yeah. See, that don't, and I'm like, wow. I must say, I just as a human being, when I hear somebody say that somebody tried to take their life, although it's still alleged, like, bro, you didn't take a beat to stop and say, what? Oh my God. He didn't even say, I'm sorry to hear that. My right hand to God. It was like, okay, so this is what I'm saying. I don't even think he computed self-harm and suicide. I don't think he must be numb or something. It really, I won't lie to y'all, it blew me away. It blew me away. The pastor says the pastor says, Taswa, and this is an exclusive for those that don't follow that channel. So we can put our exclusive, or this is an exclusive. The pastor says he does not owe you anything, according to the woman. He said he does not owe you anything, right? He don't owe you anything. I guess what he's speaking about is financially money. That's what I'm thinking it is. You know, he was not moved at all, and then went on to continue to talk about how he was going to move forward. And at that point, I just said, baby, I don't know. This is wild. I'm literally listening with my earbuds in at 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, like, this is crazy. Okay, Theo. All right, brother. And so she went on to talk about the police situation. And the police situation was as follows. The police was on the live, y'all. That's how the police got involved. They were on the live. Evidently, JEROCK don't buy that. He don't buy that they were on the live and saw the whole situation. And so the members at the church were scared because they were talking about coming up there to the church. So it's possible some members also reach out to law enforcement. It's so many scenarios, y'all. But of course, JEROCK don't buy all that. I guess he believes that the pastor set it all up with the police. I don't know. I don't know. When I tell y'all, this is crazy. This is crazy. A few seconds of pleasure, random days with Ty says, can sometimes lead to eternity of pain. That's true. Goddess Fatima, Larry always says that when there's a situation, he'll say, Ty, this is bad. He always says that to me. No matter what the situation in the church is, he'll say, Ty, this is bad. I want to reiterate that the pastor said he doesn't owe him any money. I guess he doesn't owe you a balance, or, you know, that's what I'm gathering. I'm just going to have to, you know. They have no other income. It is an independent church. He said it's not like AME. He will not get a severance. There will be no money coming in. He has no other income, no other excuse me. He has no other path, you guys. And so he can take 4 to 5 weeks to step off. The number was 4 to 5 weeks. Hold on, y'all. Let me clear my throat. Okay, I'm back. I hate when bloggers clear their throats live on the air, blow your nose. We hearing snot all on the air. Like, turn the camera off. Turn the camera off, y'all. Turn it down a little bit. Turn the volume off. We don't want to hear all that. It'd be bad weather whenever it's the church because it injures our collective reputation. I agree, brother. I agree 100%. $4,000 a month is not a lot of money when you have a family to support. And so I want to be clear. We're not saying the pastor, if the allegations, you know, are true, we're not saying that you don't need any repercussions. You don't need, you know, you don't need to be in the pulpit if you're out here doing this. You don't, really, for real. But it's literally destroying the man. Like, can you just offer just a little, just something like, can he get situated? That's all I'm saying, y'all. I don't know, you know, the man's financial situation like that, other than what he said. But JEROCK kept saying, oh no, I won't accept. Like, oh my God, like what? The woman just tried to allegedly unalive herself. The children are coming, they sick, everything. I mean, can the man just get situated for a minute? Can you give him a day or two? Like, it's like, damn. It is me. We're not trying to say that this man needs to be in the pulpit long term, but can he get a strategy together or a plan or something? I'm sorry. I don't care if you don't like me. I don't care. I do not care. This is my show. These are my opinions, and I'm protected under the First Amendment of the United States Constitution. I'm sorry, y'all. This seems a little more than this. I don't know. And this seems more. I know what everybody's saying about him being triggered, about his past, but there's something else. I mean, what is the zeal for destroying this man? What did he do? Like, what did he really do to you? Something happened that we don't know about. I'm sorry. I'm a former prostitute. I'm sorry, baby. Something transpired that didn't tick this young man off. Yes, we can have the conversation about being triggered, church pathology, church trauma, family trauma. We can have that conversation, but something is really off when somebody is telling you there's somebody that's trying to allegedly take their lives, and you keep talking about no, he's going down. I'm sorry, this is deeper. There's got to be something else that we don't know about, y'all. I'm sorry. It's got to be some piece that, and I was trying to listen in last night because I was on William's show last night. God is Fatima. I don't know if you were there because you're a mod over there. But Sam Franklin called in to William's show last night. I think she called him. Did anybody hear what I heard last night with Sam Franklin? I'm trying to see if there anybody there with me last night because I stayed to the end. Is there anybody that was on William's live last night when Sam Franklin called William? That sound like that was her. I believe that was, I would have to call William. Y'all all fell asleep. Because I came back out the kitchen. I went to go get me a bottle of water, and I came back and I was on, but it was hard to hear a little while. I believe that was Sam Franklin. I really do. Because whoever it was, they sounded like she was like saying that she was tired or some kind of way she's washing her hands. That's what it sounded like. She said he won't listen. And you got to go back and try to listen because William has her on speakerphone and sometimes it's hard. But it sounded like there was some issues with, if that was Sam Franklin, I don't want to confirm that. Go watch the last 10 minutes of the video. Y'all tell me what you hear. But she said, I remember the call, but didn't listen as hard. Okay. But she said he won't listen. I did hear that. She sounded as if she tried to talk to him, but that's what I heard. That's his pastor, his current pastor. Can I also be honest too? The name dropping people is also insane to me too. Just saying that we don't like other people doing it while we're accepting him from him. Okay, I don't break that down a little bit for me, Chef Dun. I think I understand what you're saying. What's the channel name? Not familiar with that channel. It's William McCrae. But listen, at the end of the day, y'all, I'll try to go back and see if I can put my ear close to the thing. That's what I gathered. Like, hold on. I can call William and just ask him. Let me just call William really quick. I can call William and just ask him. I believe that was Sam Franklin last night. Hey, William, I'm live on the air right now. We're discussing, of course, the case out of Nashville. Last night on that last part of the live, was that Sam Franklin that called in? Yeah. It was. Okay. Because I knew we was, like I couldn't really hear what she was saying, but I just wanted to confirm because I didn't want to say it was her if it wasn't her.
Yeah, Apostle or
Okay. Okay. And it sounded like she was saying she's been trying to talk to, but he won't listen. Was that what she was saying?
Well, yes, she was saying that her advice to him was, you know, would like for him to cease what he's, what he's doing, or his expose of Bishop Fred Matthews.
Okay, I got you.
That he was not going to do that.
Okay. All right, I'm live, brother. Were you at the gym?
No. So, were you able to get any confirmation on did the wife try to do something and supposedly admitted to the hospital, I guess?
Okay, so I'm talking about that right now. The wife, according to the lady, that this is secondhand information or even third-party information. The lady that was supposed to be in contact with Bishop Matthews says she did attempt self-harm, but I didn't hear her say anything about a mental hospital. But if anybody attempts self-harm, you have to be automatically.
Well, she would have gone to
a mental,
I think, a regular hospital, and then
yeah, they have to do a 72-hour hold.
So I was trying to verify that. I was really disturbed at some phone messages that he posted, which was troubling, very troubling to me. And I'm not sure if I'm going to change my position. I was attempting to research that.
Okay.
Because he was adamant that he wanted proof that she had, in fact, did this. And so my point is, well, why is that? Why you? One, who are you to require that kind of information? And then two, why are you requiring that and you haven't been able to provide such proof of this alleged activity?
So he wants proof of First Lady Matthews' self-harm attempt, but we still waiting on this video of him coming out the Airbnb.
Right, exactly.
Okay, I got
exactly. it. So you hold her to the fire or whoever, and I'm not sure who the woman was. It was a girl that's friends with him named Crystal.
We don't want to put her. We don't want to put her name out. I ain't trying to get nobody no free publicity. Oh no.
Well, anyway, in the phone conversation, he was talking to some woman, and that woman said that she had been in a similar experience, and her husband was exposed as a homosexual on a watch night service. And a watch night service that she was sitting in. So that was her reasoning or her conviction to get involved.
Okay, William, you know what people are telling me from Nashville and people close to the scenario, they're all saying that lady is messy, the Crystal lady. And I'm saying, well, listen, I mean, we all have a little tea in us, but I don't know how you would talk to Bishop Matthews privately, and unless he gave you permission to share that stuff, why would you then go share that with?
That's not the one that you just that you asked me not to name. She's not the lady. She was the friend of JEROCK. And the woman that is a former first lady communicated with her to get to JEROCK. If you follow what I'm saying.
Okay, I got you. I got you. Ooh, child, this is a lot.
So the first lady got saw the expose and felt that, reached out. Now, she's saying that she did not have any kind of contact, any kind of relationship with Fred Matthews. She reached out to Fred Matthews. Jesus. She reached out to Fred Matthews and gave him some, that's another story I'm working on. Anyway, gave him her information and just, so I don't even know how much I would believe that, because she just arbitrarily reached out to him on Facebook, and then he talked to her. And that lady, who's the former first lady, whose husband is also outed as being a homosexual, had some kind of connection to the Crystal Girl. And the Crystal Girl got her on freeway with JEROCK. And I am just deeply vexed. I'm deeply vexed in my spirit. He was live one of the times that I called and made a face and a hand gesture like I was bothering him. I was just calling him to follow up to see how he was doing. And I thought he would say Merry Christmas, but I didn't know he was saying Merry Christmas, or that maybe some sort of sarcastic jargon that I was not aware of. Because, you know, from an upper middle class background and college educated people, so I don't know the vernacular of sex workers and sleazebag homosexuals. I don't know that. Okay. So when he said, "Oh, yeah," and his hand like he was sick of me calling him and saying, "Oh, goodbye, Merry Christmas," or whatever, I didn't know. I thought I heard him say Merry Christmas, but I didn't know what he was saying.
It appears
until I saw that live. But what my point is, and just let me get this out real quick. My only point is, one, who are you to require irrefutable proof? And you're requiring something that you cannot provide. So if you're not Lewinsky, and if you didn't keep the blue dress, or you didn't keep the draws, or you don't have any irrefutable proof, do not torture and require any more proof from this man and this woman, because he emptied out to whoever this third party female is, said that they have no other source of income, and just it just was absolutely pitiful to hear her articulate how he was begging and pleading with her.
It was sad. It was sad.
It was very sad. It was very sad. And they're making it, that he and his wife need no less than $4,000 a month to be able to meet their financial obligations. I mean, just being tortured and going through all of their personal information with somebody that is of a non-factor and important. And so now, I don't know if I can grasp or not, because now I want irrefutable proof. I want irrefutable proof that this alleged sex contact that what text message and a screenshot of the text message, and you just saying that it's not enough. If you ain't got a sex tape, if you don't have any kind of proof that he came and got you, and then heard that they talked about having sex, but they never did have it, and that he went over to physically take him the money that he required to not tell.
Yeah, that's a lot of what I heard, among some other things that I'm not at this time at liberty to discuss. But William, I tell you, I don't know. My spirit tells me something else happened that we don't know about, because he just seems too. It just seems more than a moral crusade. Like you're on this moral crusade to clean the church up. I don't know. It don't feel like.
All of a sudden saying something about clean the business. What kind of clean the business are you doing? So still torn back. I was awakened with all of that about 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock this morning, and was hearing. Now the other problem is that whoever Brett Matthews is, he doesn't have any friends, because whoever he is trusting, they are documenting everything that he is saying, and including other people in his very intimate and personal conversation.
Yeah, he needs to shut down all communication.
He needs to chill out on whoever he thought was his friend, and that has him on third party calls, because they are not assisting him at all.
Yeah,
they're not assisting him. But what it seems like is that there's no sexual what I'm deducing, what I from what I've been able to decipher, is that there's not been any sexual contact at all outside of discussion.
Mm-hmm.
And these periodic conversations going back and forth. But he kept saying in that recording, "Oh, I need proof," and "Oh, that doesn't disregard, and that doesn't provide me enough proof that this actually happened." Well, where's your proof? Well, where is your proof? Where is your dirty draws? Where is Fred Matthews' DNA? Let's take a swab. Let's swab your mouth. Let's swab. Where is the underwear that you wore the day that you went and screwed him? Where is the tape of him coming in? See now, because if that lady did do that, what's your name, Tyesse? If that lady did, if that lady did do that, our children, that just takes this, it rises this to a whole nother level.
Yeah, because he said losing his church would have been, he could have dealt with that, but he said losing his wife yesterday would have been, that would have been. Yeah, he said he could have never lived with himself.
He could not come back from. Yeah, and I mean, just to hear a grown man begging and groveling and pleading with a woman that he does not know.
Mm-hmm.
And affiliation with, try to get this guy to stop this crusade that he may or may not have. So we need everything. I'll make that declaration, and I was going to make it tonight on my live. I need everything. I need the screenshots of the jack. I need irrefutable proof because I put my name out there. I've been doing this 15 years. I put my name out there, and then I put him on with someone that is a friend of mine and trusted me enough to come on with me talking to him, and now he's requiring, I want irrefutable proof. Well, he didn't use that word. I don't know if he knows that word, but he wants irrefutable proof that the First Lady, in fact, tried to harm herself. But you not providing, sir, Mr. Sex Worker. You're not providing what you're requiring. I'm going in my preach, but
okay. So, hear me, William. Hear me out. If he doesn't provide this Airbnb video, William, is it possible?
Then he needs to go on.
But hear me out. Hear me out.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Is it possible if he does not provide the Airbnb video that he met Pastor Matthews on Jacked? He met him on Jacked. There was a situation that he may have saw him on Jacked. He said the picture was not of him, but maybe it's possible they may have, screen timed or talked to each other, and then he possibly may have saw Pastor Matthews on that video, and he connected the two, and that's how this all started.
That's what it's looking like.
Okay.
That's what I am deciphering, and what I and say and discuss is now we're calling into question whether or not there was a sex act ever. See, what it looks like, this is just it on his face. This is it on his face. It looks like he may have chatted on Jacked with Matthews, or realized, put two and two together, that who he was chatting with on Jacked or what have you was Matthews, and threatened Matthews. If you don't do such and such X, Y, and Z, this is my hypothesis. And the meeting that may or may not have happened was the meeting to go and physically give this man that I think has proof that I may possibly participate in homosexual activity, to give him something to help this go away. Now, the part that is wrong, and the reason why I know you're a Cassie supporter, what I think is diabolical is for you to take money to be quiet and then still tell. It was diabolical for Cassie to take $20 million to be quiet and then get on the stand. That's wrong. Okay. That's wrong.
I mean, and you know what? We can agree to disagree, but I think William, she had to comply with a federal subpoena. You would.
She that whore had to comply.
Okay, all right, William. Well, with
a federal subpoena because she turned evidence over. And talk about why was he running down that hallway in that towel. He was running down that hallway in that towel because $150,000 in cash was in that bag, and the phone of Kim Porter's that she stole from him.
All right. Well, you know what, William? We will be on your show tonight, and we will hear the remainder of that, because that sounds very good. We will hear the remainder of that. We will be there tonight on your show. I promise you. Thank you, brother, for coming. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming up. I'll call you after the show.
Yes, sir.
All right. Child, you know William don't care about that. He don't care. He'll say it. Um, there's so much, y'all. There's so much to this. Um, if William says he tried to call the guy and the guy was being, flippant, talking about Merry Christmas and stuff like that, it just appears that he is, looking like he's, going on these blogging shows for ways to a means to get his word out. And it ain't it ain't deep, So that's why I said I was not gonna have I didn't need your interview. I don't need your interview to get numbers, So it just seemed like he's going on these shows. And of course the first show was the show that kicked it all off. And then anybody else that will have you, like once you're done with the person, once he's done with the interview, it's like, okay, next interview. That's what it seems like to me. It's a lot of layers to this. I don't know. I don't know whether he's trying to, some people try to expand their popularity or whatever. I don't know. Do you think they're having a relationship? No, they're not having a relationship. No, I don't think Bishop Matthews and the young man is having a relationship. But when just putting all this together in my mind, it's a possibility, you guys. It is a possibility that there was a jack connection, and that there was a there was a there was a recognition later, probably, that this is a pastor. And now I'm wondering, because if somebody poops on you in a escort situation, if your escort fee is $250, it just doesn't make sense that somebody would give you $1,050 for a cleanup fee. There is a cleanup fee if you poop on somebody, but it is not $1,000. You hear a lot about that, cleanup fees. They do charge a fee if you accidentally, something happens. But it's just like, I wonder, was that $1,000? You have to ask now, was that $1,000 some sort of hush money? I don't know how you go from $250 escort fee to $1,000 cleanup fee. It makes you wonder. And you have to ask, you have to ask these questions. This man is not making a lot of money. He's not, I don't know how somebody, $4,000, their alleged income is $4,000. I don't see nobody being able to pay that kind of money out like that. Like, I don't know. It doesn't make you taking any side. I don't know, these people that be coming up in here, I don't know what they hear. We're going through the facts, we're sorting through the facts, and we're just trying to figure out what's going on with what's been presented to us. I'm not gonna go, hard in the paint on either side. Whew. I know my body. The lie buttons tell them chat on that your staff, so them say. Then he stated it was for a total of 30 minutes. That all of this stuff it do not add up. It don't add up collectively. It's one hole after another, you guys. Didn't he say he was going to expose the bishop for not paying him what he was owed? Could have been hush money. At this point, yeah, but see, Bishop is over there with a circle. Larry talked about this yesterday, about you have to have people in your circle that, baby, are tried and true. You got to have confidence. He just talked about that. And so I don't know, and now I'm hearing, y'all, baby. I was watching an Instagram video, and Kai Levine, he said, the porn star Kai Levine, he's over in Nashville. Everybody's going to Nashville. What the hell is going on in Nashville? Kylie Bean said he's over there in Nashville. Larry said Nashville and Houston are now the spots to go to. It used to be D.C. and maybe Chicago, you know. What the hell is going on in Nashville? Yeah, he's from, Kylie Bean is from Nashville, but you do see him in Atlanta, Chef Don Don. His family is in Nashville, he was saying. I just saw the interview and I'm like, okay. It just seemed like, you know, Kai would be in Atlanta, you know, full time, but I guess Nashville is where it's at. Everybody's going over to Nashville. Cornelius Christopher, this ain't it. It's almost like he's trying to make his place in history. Well, maybe this ain't the way. Because at the end of the day, somebody almost allegedly tried to take their life. And they say Stewie, aka Mad Cow Disease, is always talking about, I say, Larry said a lot. Aka Marcellus. He's saying that, oh, all he says is Larry said, and Larry and Larry. I read you last night, girl, the videos in Members Only. I read you last night. And that was light work. I'm telling you, girl, go somewhere and sit down somewhere. You and your roommates go and have some tea and crumpets. He's going to end up on the wrong side of history. This, I have seen Sydney Star, all of these people that want this, I don't know what they want. Like, is it internet fame? Is it social media fame? I don't know, but I've seen all of them. None of them, they want to be Kim Kardashian so bad. They want to be Kim Kardashian, and you will never, ever be Kim Kardashian or none of these people, I promise you. The one that does not watch. You love Nashville? I love Nashville too. I may be going to Nashville. Like, how do you know that if you don't watch my show? You don't watch Larry either. How do you know that? I guess in between going to the liquor store for those 2 for $6 beers, you know, I guess he pops us on the tube. I think Bishop Matthews, because you don't have a circle right now that you can trust, Bishop Matthews, bro, I think you need to maybe do a video or something. Once your wife gets settled, you need to come out and just try to like talk to the people yourself, because your circle, honey, it ain't really working right now. If you can't do a video, Bishop Matthews, do you think you want to do some type of written statement or something? Because when you do that, it does stop the momentum. But in this boy's case, it may add rare situation. It may fuel him. But Bishop Matthews, I don't know, bro. You may need to want to do a video or something. Maybe do a written statement, you know, just, you know. Because this young man, I have never seen one like this. This a hot one. This a live wire. She had no other choice. Yeah, these people are obsessed, Larry. They're obsessed. He's always saying Larry. Every time you look up, he's saying Larry. And you're always saying Magnum 211 in Old English. Yes. So we're even. Thank you, Robin Karki for $8.88. Thank you so much. I appreciate all of you. From the bottom of my heart, I appreciate all of you. We are 54 subscribers away from our 15-15 celebration. There definitely has to be more to the story. He's adamant about destroying the bishop. If the bishop said, and I heard the woman say it, allegedly, of course it's alleged, but if the bishop said and she told you he said, he will be homeless. And people hear me say this, that's me advocating for the bishop. I don't know what they're hearing. That's me advocating for the bishop, right? Okay, so I'm on the bishop's side by saying what I'm saying. The man said they got $4,000 a month liquid income. It takes about almost double that, almost $10,000 for me to live the life I live. And I'm not a pastor. It takes around $8,000 to $10,000 a month for me to, live the life I live. So I know it's hard out here. I'm being honest. If I don't make $10,000 in a month, y'all, I can't live. I just cannot live. If I can't make at least about 10 grand a month, I just can't live comfortably. I'm being honest. I'm being honest, I have to bring in at least 10 a month. Otherwise, I can't be comfortable. This is crazy. Absolutely crazy, y'all. Whew, Jesus, help us, Holy Ghost. Help us. Now, I'm going to be honest. I spend, I bring in a lot, and I also spend a lot. So, you have 10,000 get swallowed up quickly. I don't have to lie. Okay, wait a minute. I don't have to lie. Because people are, oh, girl, she always lying. Now, this is going to show one of my accounts, okay? Okay, it's going to show one of my accounts. And yes, you're going to see that more money goes out in this account. But I'm going to show you because I don't want people to think I'm sitting up here lying, okay? All right. I don't have to show this, okay? Let's go, let's do June. Okay, you see that right there? Mm-hmm. Okay, you see that? Y'all see? Y'all can see this is Chase. Okay. I just want you to know I'm not sitting up here lying. I just want to let you know. Stop, Tyesse. Okay, let's go to May. Let's go to May. This is May. That's for my living account. Okay, that's for my living account. We have multiple accounts. Okay. Y'all want me to do April? Okay, let's do April. Stop, Tyesse. Y'all want me to do April? Let's do April. April was a good month. All right, April was a real good month. But back to what I was saying, Ty Squad. Back to what I was saying. Mm-hmm. Would you stop? Okay. Be nice, Tyesse. Be nice. That's why I say, Marcellus, we're not the same, baby. We're not the. We will never be the same. Never. Go somewhere and sit down. Okay. So I understand when this man says, y'all. I understand when this man says, $4,000. If he don't have that, it's always going out, honey. It's like, if something got to be paid. I have my brother who had a stroke in California. I still have my house in California. I'm not sitting up here eating caviar and lobster, y'all, all day. I'm not. I have my rent here. I have a new city. Mm-hmm. I have my expenses here in Atlanta. That shows you that I moved in April. I had a lot of expenses that I had to pay to move here in April, like April 30th. So, but no, I'm not sitting here, you know what I'm saying, eating, popping shrimp. I have to live. There's so many things. Like I said, I still have my house in LA. I do. And I just told my brother to take over the rent. I'm still paying my utilities and my bills in Atlanta, in LA. So it costs. I'm maintaining 2 coasts, y'all. My brother takes care of the rent. I'm paying everything else to help him out. You know, it flows in and out. It flows in and out. You know, and so I'm saying all of that to say this, Ty Squad. I'm saying all of that to say this. We need to be mindful of the energy that we put out, because at the end of the day, this young man doesn't understand the damage that he's doing to this family. Whether you agree with the bishop, whether you think the bishop is vile, needs to be set down, whatever the case is. Stop. Can y'all stop, please? Now let's see who shows their child. Marcella, show your checking and savings, please. Do it for me. You know, they say I'm on SSI. They say I'm on Social Security. Okay. You'll never know what my income is. You'll never guess what it is outside of blogging. Keep guessing. All right. You're a great brother. That's why you're blessed. Yeah. You'll never guess in a million years what my income is. Keep guessing. Yeah, I'm on SSI. I get $934 a month. Don't nobody go to see his I get now. Okay, let's get back. We have left Biloxi, y'all. Let's get back on the train. Okay. I'm so sorry that is the update for the wife, allegedly, First Lady Matthews. I'm so sad that is her situation. I can't imagine, though. I cannot imagine what that is like to have that information set in your lap about somebody you've been married to for 26 years. Okay? And you're hearing the young man is saying, right? The adult content store needs to realize that what he puts out on social media will never go away. It will never go away. I lost my thought, y'all. The young man, the adult film star, is basically saying, you guys, that he's basically saying that he ejaculated in the pastor. They're having raw sex. That's what the woman is digesting. That's what the wife is digesting, y'all. You know, that's what she is kind of, and then she's processing this, and then, you know, I've been intimate with you. Also, she's processing, have you been intimate with other men? Now, the woman said that the pastor said that he, what's the word? Told the truth. He came clean. He told the truth. He came clean. Whew. And so we don't know what that means, because it wasn't described. It wasn't told what he came clean and said. Did they meet up and talk? Was it an attempted hookup? Did they have sex? All we know is he came clean, allegedly, and told what happened to the First Lady. It's like when you want to ask more questions but don't know the answers. We all seen For Color Girls, Janet Jackson and Omari Hardwick. You know, I didn't like the storyline, the way Tyler presented it, but overall, the themes are very, very raw. If you've seen For Color Girls, right? Janet Jackson wanted to know. She wanted answers. Not only having to deal with her husband was doing behind her back, but also the public embarrassment. Overseer, where leave me alone? He said, brother, how much of that went to Home Goods? You know I love Home Goods. I love Home Goods. I like TJ Maxx little section, but it ain't up to my standards. I love a home goods, y'all. I do. I swear. I love a home goods. Okay. Overseer, where leave me alone. Tell me how much of that went to home goods. Okay. So you doing the bending. That was the famous scene, Aaron Trent. Everybody do me a big favor. Please hit the like button. Also, if you're new, consider subscribing. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. We're getting ready to have a 15-15 celebration. We're getting ready to have a 15-15 celebration. We're 53 subscribers away. We're 53 away from 15,000. So it's possible we may have the celebration on tomorrow. It's really possible. We're 53 away from 53 away from 15,000. Okay, so it's highly possible we may have the celebration on tomorrow. We're asking everybody that can that will be able to send 1515. Okay, $15.15. I McDonald already got your 1515. Okay, Ty, this is the exact same thing that happened on. Yeah, Iyanla went to Louisville and she talked to 2 gay pastors. And one of the pastors, first of all, I believe he was telling a bald-faced lie. He said he had only been with 3 men. Sir, you're lying. I'm a gay man. Stop lying. And so Iyanla broke that thing down, and she handled it. Yeah. We see the signs. We pick and choose what to do. Yeah. The life flashed before her eyes. That's scary. I'm an apostle's wife, and the things of this magnitude can shape your world. My husband cheated with women. I'm so sorry, April Smothers. So sorry to hear that, but I'm sure you're a survivor now. You know, people don't understand. People do not understand that when you come on the other side of whatever you're going through, you are now a survivor. I tell people, do not subscribe to I was a victim of this ministry. I was a victim of my ex-husband. I am a survivor. And not only that, you can also move to I am a victor, or I am in victory. Right? Thank you, Chef Don Don, for 1550. Thank you, Kenneth, for 1515. I appreciate y'all. Y'all celebrating the thing ain't even started yet. I appreciate y'all. Never saw the movie, but you never saw? Wait a minute, hold on. Tamara, they was playing For Color Girls down in Miami. You never seen For Color Girls? Never saw the movie, but did see the clip on this page where Janet Jackson was asking questions. Oh no, Tamara, we gotta clean this up. That's what Iyanla used to say. We gotta clean this up, Tamara. You gotta see For Color Girls in the next 72 hours. You gotta see it. You gotta make time. I think it's one of Tyler Perry's best movies. The critics said it was too melodramatic, you know. But thank y'all so much. The 1515s are coming in early, y'all. Thank you, Malika Hill. I appreciate it. Thank y'all so much. I don't mean no harm, but I'm supporting the wife. This is some diabolical stuff. I hear a lot of people are saying to hell with JEROCK, to hell with Bishop Matthews. They're focusing on the wife, the kids, and the church members. Because the church members are always the last to be thought about in the spiritual triage center, right? We never ever talk about the church members that now are under the same, attack as everybody else. Because they have to now decide what are they going to do with their faith walk. Am I leaving and finding another ministry? Am I going to wait to see how this pans out? What am I going to do? Oh, April is not alone. She's not alone. Thank you, Hicks, 1515 for awesome blogger. I try to do the best I can, but I'm learning a lot from Larry. So concerning stories and how to present these stories, how not to make them, how not to make these stories like the Inquirer or the tabloids. I'm naturally funny, so I don't have to do much. I can add levity when needed. Today is not one of those days where we're gonna be coming here doing too much because this woman allegedly tried to take her life. So we're not gonna be here snickling and laughing a lot during this live, right? So Famaka, thank you for 1515. I appreciate all of y'all. I really do. Thank y'all so much. But it's a way you handle these stories. William, he took the story because William, he has a great disdain for church hypocrisy. So William picked the story up. If William sees enough receipts, according to what I know of William these few years, he sees enough receipts, he got something to work with, he's going to cover it. You know what I'm saying? I am different. I go off of my gut. And my gut never is wrong. It's never wrong. Okay? If I feel something is a little off, if I get a little tingle, a little thorn in my side, like the Apostle Paul, if it keeps pricking me, I don't know. I know this world, this sex world, this escort world. I know it very well. And so from the gate, y'all, it was just, something was just a little off. Something was a little off. It just seemed like this man, this young brother is out here trying to build something, maybe a content creator career. And listen, a lot of people feel like, oh, he has a call on his life. He might have a call. I don't know what you got. But it may be something else going on with the call as well. Maybe he's not able to decipher the call versus the content creator, popularity, clout endeavor. I was definitely looking for your input on this story because we know your story. So when you said, it's just some of the things that just are off. Like you didn't take a screenshot of the Jack profile? That would have been nice. Did you go back and try to find the Jack profile? If you didn't, you said the pastor, it was like AI, it wasn't his face. That's very convenient because now, okay, it wasn't his face. It was kind of like the cartoon AI. Okay, that's very convenient. Okay, did you take a screenshot of that? At what time are you going to be dropping this Airbnb video? Let me tell y'all something. People are on Jack using good-looking men's pictures all day long on Jack. That does not mean that is that person. He has a Facebook, presence. You can go in your history on Jack. You can pull all that up. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all, everybody that's giving, everybody that wants to give, everybody that, all that stuff. He should have took it in the beginning because he did make mention he couldn't take screenshots because he blocked him. Oh, okay. Well, I know Jack doesn't allow you. It doesn't allow you to do screenshots, but most people have two phones. So I don't know why Jack does that. So Jack, that's a waste of time because everybody got two phones. All you got to do is put the phones together and screenshot it, and there you go. All right. Let me try to get some of these comments, Ty Squad. It's Friday. We're not live until 8:30, 9 o'clock tonight, so we're good to go. I don't have to do Tyesse After Dark anymore, so I'm good to go. I have questions and wish I had the time to rewatch his life for clarity. There were some nuggets that I did find quite interesting. I have questions and wish I had the time to rewatch his life for clarity. His live. There were some nuggets that I did find quite interesting. Okay. All right. I'm trying to, y'all are typing for Color Girl monologues. Hold on 1 second. Okay. All right. Hey, Shamako. Okay. He can go in his history. Yeah, he can. Yeah, what time? He should have took it. Yes. Okay. I'm told I'm on Jack in the Chicago. I cannot. Larry, stop. I cannot because I can hear your voice in my head. Wait. Okay, Lashika said she'll be right back. Ushers, walk her to the car. Walk her to the front. Wait a minute. Ushers, walk her to the front, please. There's a person behind the sex worker. So many are caught up on the profession and fail to give humanity to the person. I have sex worker friends. They go through a lot. Oh, who you talking to, Harold? You talking to me? I'm a former prostitute. I'm a foot to pavement prostitute. I was out there working a track before the ads and all that stuff, the digital where you could work from home. We were foot to pavement hoes. You looking at a former prostitute. Who you talking to, Harold? Or I think he's talking in general. I think Harold talking in general. Okay, you a sex worker, you're OnlyFans star. What would you like? What you want? A smothered oxtail plate from Busy Bee? Honey, I knew the job was dangerous when I hit the track. What you want? What would you like? A trip to Miami? Girl, boy, baby, listen. Taking them to church. Okay. Listen, let me get out of here, y'all. I gotta eat me some lunch. I gotta get me a little plate, a little bowl of beans or something, and put on my belly. The spiritual man is full right now. My spiritual man is full. But I have to feed the human man. Child, listen. I was just getting ready to say, does he have two phones? It appeared he did when he was live. We still waiting on the Airbnb. What that's supposed to prove, I don't know. And was it his mama's Airbnb? Was it his mama's Airbnb? I don't know. Did he say it is? Okay, child, listen. Just post the Airbnb videos. What that's going to really necessarily prove, I don't know. But like Larry said, if it is a video, Pastor Matthews, you do have a little, little thing on your hands. I agree, Larry. Now, if that's you in that damn video, we need to talk. But if he already admitted it to his wife, we don't really have to talk. Ooh, this case has so many paradoxes and paradigms. Oh, my goodness. If he already admitted it to his wife, allegedly, and then, the board and all that they already know about it, baby. Listen, what else can we add? Talking to them church folks on Williams Live last night. Oh, okay, Harold. I love you, brother. I love you. You're one of my favorites. Thank you, bro. Thank you for the clarification. Our 15-15 celebration, y'all. I think we're gonna have dirty rice. We're gonna have some. We want hot buttered rolls. We want stuffed crab. We want stuffed crab, and we want stuffed salmon. What else we want? Can we get some mini turkey meatloaves? Because a lot of people are eating healthy. We need asparagus. We want garlic mashed potatoes, red potatoes with the skin still on. We don't want all these legs and thighs, honey. Get some breasts and some wings for the celebration. I hate that at church repasses. All these damn legs and thighs, honey. What's some breasts? Y'all ain't got no breasts? No wings? So that's what we need for our celebration, everybody. Okay. And you don't have to get no fancy sodas, y'all. Just go up there and get some, the Costco sodas or the Kroger sodas. Like Walmart, it said Dr. Thunder. You ain't gotta get nothing fancy, y'all. Just get some bottled water. Y'all, y'all boys need to stop. What boys need to stop? ATM, you said y'all boys need to stop. What you mean? Who you talking to? Help me out, bro. Help me. You said y'all boys need to stop? Are you talking about gay boys? What are you talking about? I feel Teresa pressing me in my back. Larry has Jeremy. I have Teresa. You say y'all boys need to stop. What boys? What boys need to stop? Talk to me, bro. I know it did, Aaron. As they say, when you have a good meal, sit there and rub your feet together on the couch. Just rub them side to side. twinkle your toes. That's what they used to say back in the day. It was so good I had to rub my feet together. Why is he taking a picture of where he parked? There's so many questions, Tamara. I listen. Yeah, there's so many questions. Are you gonna drop that, JEROCK? Or what time can we expect this Airbnb footage? I don't even want it because the first lady is raw right now. Like, oh my God. Second thought is just leave it alone right now. Like, I just thought about it. The first lady she is not well right now. So allegedly, do we really want that to drop right now, y'all? How much for a plate? All the food is gonna be free today, y'all. I love thighs. Breasts are dry. No, they're not. Where you're getting your breasts from are dry. You have to know how to cook breasts. Breasts should be juicy and very tender and succulent. That was a bad analogy, Tyesse. Breasts should be juicy. We're not having no squash, but we can do zucchini. I don't like squash. I don't like the texture of squash. I'm a texture person. It's too stringy sometimes. Cornbread, collards. We may have some cornbread. We may have some rolls out here. Yeah, we don't have to get all these fancy, Pellegrino and all that stuff and San Pellegrino. Chicken breasts need to be marinated. Yeah. I know y'all saying y'all went from the first lady to talking about these damn chicken breasts. That's how we do it over at the official Tyesse Report. Y'all went from trying to check on the first lady to now y'all will talk about breasts and thighs. Breasts versus thighs. Hold on one second. Who is this? I can't take any more news. This, y'all, save it for later. I can't take no more news right now. Okay, let me see. We got a count on our, okay. All right. We got 50 more subscribers to go. We're at 14,950. 14,950. We have 50 more to go. Okay. We may be able to have our celebration tonight for Friday Night Live. We just might. I don't know. It's possible. Do you think he is related to Gigi? That spirit is definitely there. She went live 2 days ago and got no traction because EJ is focusing the algorithm on the kickball lady. She went live talking about my Instagram channel got shut down. 2 of my Facebook pages are gone. Everybody was like, girl, okay, girl, bye. Gigi got no traction. Yeah, baked spaghetti. Please, y'all, put meat in the spaghetti. Put meat. They say you can make tacos with my spaghetti. That's fine. I hear what people say. People say you can make burritos with my spaghetti. That's fine. Maybe I do put too much meat in it. But it's okay. One of my friends said, girl, you can make tacos with this spaghetti. I know you can. I put ground beef, Hillshire Farm sausage, meatballs. Then I put pepperoni. And then I put a layer of cheese. And sometimes I'm in a good mood, I may put some smoked ham in it. Gigi, it never ends well for whistleblowers with ulterior motives. No, because first of all, oh my God, damn. Oh, Jesus. Oh my God. Ooh, baby, that distracted my mind. Okay, so you've already kind of let it be known what you're working with when it comes to your escort business. So these stories, people see these stories. Is that no? It was I saw that beautiful floral arrangement being delivered. I guess to the office, to the leasing office. It was so beautiful. There's definitely an assignment spirit attached to him. Well, see, that's right there. That's something else right there, man. We can talk about that. There's always an assignment, but you have to figure out where is the assignment coming from, Emmanuel. Thank you for opening up that portal. Well, not portal. You know what I mean. Yeah, he has an assignment. It's an assignment, all right. What type of assignment are we talking about? Interesting, Emmanuel. Gigi says she's on assignment. EJ say he's on assignment. The kickball lady says she's on assignment over there with Prophet Lovey. You're not on no damn assignment. God ain't got nothing to do with none of this mess. You're on a vendetta tour, revenge tour. I got it, Larry. Thank you, brother. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Y'all listen. There's a bomb in Gilead. There's a bomb in Gilead. I keep telling y'all. Those are agendas, not assignments. They need to learn the difference. Jezebel was on assignment. That lady Jezebel was on an assignment. Now, from what I understand, they say Jezebel can be a man or a woman, right? And Jezebel is not necessarily somebody with a red dress on and red lipstick. Why did you relocate to Atlanta? Who are you, honey? Who are you to ask me a question like that? Who is this trophy wife? Hold on, honey. We don't do all that. Ask me no damn question. I don't even know you. Jezebel is always a woman. Well, why they say it can be a man or a woman, Larry? And then they say it's not necessarily somebody with red lipstick on and a red dress. They say Jezebel comes to destroy the prophet, or, well, this is what I heard Juanita Bynum preach one time, y'all. I'm just saying. Let me tell y'all where I got it from. Jezebel needs an Ahab. Learned that from Larry. Hold on, let me find out about Jezebel. Where is she at? We need to call Jezebel. Is she still living? Hold on. I should have put the AC on. It's kind of toasty afternoon humidity. Hold on. Where is Jezebel at? Is Jezebel still living? Hold on. Jezebel in the Bible. In the Bible, Jezebel is depicted as a powerful and wicked queen of Israel, known for her promotion of Baal worship and persecution of prophets of Yahweh. She was the wife of King Ahab and the daughter of King Ethbal of Sidon, a Phoenician city. Her actions led to conflict and ultimately her own gruesome death, as foretold by the prophet Elijah. Yeah, I heard she died a horrible death, y'all. Oh, yeah, I can drop the link. I heard she died. Didn't she fall off a building or something? A high rise? I think she died, fell off a building, and then the dogs came and ate her up and stuff. Am I right, y'all? Y'all, it's been a while since I've been to Bible. What do you call it? Sunday school. Did she fall off a building or something, and the dogs came and ate her up? You hear what you just read, Tyesse? Please tell me, how can it be a man? Well, yeah. Well, that's what Juanita Bynum was saying. It could be anybody. Yeah, the dogs came and ate her. That's what I remember, The link is in the chat. Let me put the link in the chat. Okay. Okay, the link is, yeah, the dogs came and ate her. Ooh, what a horrible death. Hey, Shell, what's going on? Did you know Jezebel?
Oh, personally, I like Queen Jezebel. Oh, am I getting feedback?
No, you're not.
Okay, thank you. I like Queen Jezebel.
Why?
For me, when I read about her, she represents a powerful woman.
Okay.
a smart woman, and a woman. She's no different than those kings, only that she's a woman. And she's the daughter of the Canaanites. And the Canaanite, and she was so bad, the Canaanites they are the cousins of the Israelites. And when I read about that she worships Baal, Baal just means Lord.
Okay.
It's another word for Lord. And as I read the Bible,
Okay. She's not echoing. She's not echoing for me, y'all. She's echoing for y'all.
That's what I thought.
Okay, hold on.
Let me turn this up.
Okay,
is that better?
Oh, you know what, Michelle? I took that off. Let me put it back on. Hold on. Audio, echo cancel, and reduce. Okay, maybe that's for on my end. Okay. Okay, now say something, Michelle. Now say something.
Is that better?
Okay, can y'all? Does it sound better now?
They're saying yes.
Okay, how does she sound? Much better. Okay, I'm sorry. I took it off earlier.
So Queen Jezebel is no different than the male kings, only that she's a woman, and because she's a smart woman, she's an intelligent woman, a woman with a strong mind, and a woman that's telling. What the problem is, she's a woman that's telling a man what to do. I believe that's the glitch in the story. Because they had a problem with when I hear men preach about Jezebel, they always preach about a woman telling a man what to do. And in the story, and when I hear pastors preach, they say that she scared Elijah so bad that he ran from her. And I heard a pastor, and I never forgot it. A pastor said, "Can you imagine a man running from a woman?" Yes, she's a woman with power. She's a woman with military power who could send her soldiers after you. She's a woman with your life in the palm of her hand, and she can say, "Come and get you." And yes, I can imagine a man running from a woman with military power and that type of support. She is an unaliver, says Brother Asaph. Yeah, kings were unalive. David unalived a lot of people. A spirit of manipulation. Didn't David manipulate didn't David manipulate one of his generals? Look at all the men. Look at all the men. They got a lot of they see all of her flaws. She was horrible. So how is she any horrible than any of the men kings? She was a manipulative, wicked woman that went after anybody that went against her. How is that, Brother I'm sorry, I don't know if that's a man or I'm so sorry.
SP2 is a man.
Okay, Brother SP2. So how is she different from what men do when they are in power? It has everything. So I hope the men can see a trend. It has everything to do with her gender. It has nothing to do with her wickedness. It's not any different than the men that you read. She killed God's prophets. So did the male kings in the Bible. So I don't hear this talk around King Nebuchadnezzar, who threw 3 of his sages in the fiery furnace. He gets a pass. I don't hear this kind of talk around King Darius, who lowered Daniel in the lion's den. I don't hear this kind of talk around the male kings. I don't hear this kind of talk around King Xerxes, who took a young girl, and that would be Queen Esther, who laid with a young girl and violated a young girl, and she didn't have any other choice. I don't hear this kind of talk around King Xerxes, who told his former queen to come out and stand and parade herself around the men because he wanted the men to see how beautiful her body is. So we can clearly see the double standard in the chat. I don't know if you gentlemen are seeing this, what I'm pointing out, because it's never been preached to you from this perspective. Shell got her some good sleep last night. Yes, I did. Thank you, Brother Time Out Sports Podcast. Walk through the garden, Shell. Thank you, Brother Jason. You always encourage me. But I just try to point out the double standards, and I hope the men in the Bible can see what you're saying all this about the woman in power, but you're not saying that it has nothing to do with gender. She went against God. Brother SP2, And it shows how men ignore women too, because I just pointed out to you a lot of examples in the Bible how men did the same thing.
Oh, so you believe that her legend is steeped in patriarchy?
Yes, sir, I do.
Oh, okay.
I truly do. I truly do.
And
And it's being proven.
And the male figures of the Bible don't get that same treatment.
Exactly, Elder Tyesse. And it has nothing, and we can clearly see, and we are living testimony of it even to this day, because my Ty Squad brothers can't seem to see what, even when I pointed out to them the various examples in the Bible. So I'm gonna get down, and I saw Dr. Reed earlier say drop the link, because I'm excited to hear what Dr. Reed has to say. I'm gonna jump down, Elder. Thank you for having me up.
You always stand 10 toes down, and and say it like you mean it, Michelle. So that's always a plus. I love you, sis.
I love you. Bye.
All right. Okay, so some of y'all don't look at Jezebel through the same lens, So do you disagree with God's judgment? Listen, y'all, it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon, y'all. It's too deep. Y'all, this is an evening conversation, y'all. It ain't even 2 o'clock. Somebody go get Jezebel and ask her to come around here, baby, because I don't know. I don't know. She's sitting 10 toes down. Y'all ask all these deep questions. It's too early, y'all. The doctor is here.
Okay. God, we got so much content together now. The people who cut up my videos, they have sent me so many videos, so many great clips. And I just don't put them on my YouTube. I'm like, I really need to get this to Ty, so Ty can put it on his IG versus me put it on mine. Let me clean my thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say I thought it was the light from the window, but okay, there you go.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah.
I think I'm a stream this to my audience.
Jezebel.
Yeah, the Jezebel part. Is it okay if I do it?
Yes, Jezebel.
Okay. All right. We might end up getting the rest of them on subscribers too. Let me see if I can make that happen. So I got to set it up. Report. This. Just look it up. All right, and put it in here. I think this will work right here. Please let that work. I think I didn't click something. All right, I am on the official Tyesse Report platform again, because he done did it again. Every time he do a live and I catch it, he end up talking about something that either make me turn around and do a live, or either I click the link on his platform. I'm telling you, if you watch the Larry live show, you need to watch the Tyesse Report. And let me tell you, there are many reasons why. But when I built the Larry Live platform, I was live 7 days a week, then went to 5 days a week, then I went to 1 day a week. And now I just pop up whenever I want to. But Tyesse is so dedicated in the work right now when it comes to politics. It can be sports, it can be pop culture. The church is his wheelhouse, but he discusses everything. You would do well to make sure that you follow the Tyesse Report.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
I didn't get a chance to text out to all of the people that's in my text thing, because I just popped on, slipped on the shirt and popped on. But he has begun a conversation about the Jezebel. And when I tell you, this irritates the very core of my being, and it has for decades, because we have listened to white people tell us stuff, and we do not research and study for ourselves. And because of that, we often we are powerless, and we do not know how to sit with the text. So when it comes to the Jezebel, there's a statement that always is said that Jezebel can be a man or a woman. That is a complete, absolute lie. And whenever you hear a pastor say that, or any teacher say that, at that moment, you need to know you're talking to somebody that it has had their belief system infected by whiteness, by white literature, TBN, Daystar. They have simply just listened to what others say and regurgitated it. It is absolutely not true. The Jezebel is always a woman, and the Jezebel is always a queen. You can't say some random woman just because she's wearing a red dress and red lipstick and gold hair with long nails and her toes is out. You know how we used to qualify it in the old school black church. You cannot say that that is the Jezebel. The Jezebel has to be a woman of influence, spiritual authority, and power. If she does not have that, she cannot be the Jezebel. Now, the statement that people make about the Jezebel being a man and woman, as I said, it's a lie. What I can say that maybe they mean is that the Jezebel spirit can plague anyone. I'm not going to say I ascribe to that, but what I will say is that that would be proper and that would be more aligned with what the truth is. But the Jezebel is always a woman, and it's always a woman in power. It's always a woman with authority, with spiritual influence. She goes in and out of the realms. She is prophetic. This is the Jezebel. And she always operates alongside of the Ahab. So you can't just point to any woman and say, make her the Jezebel. No, it's rightfully called the Jezebel and the Ahab network of demons. So you can't just say that some random woman in power who doesn't have adjacent to her a man of power, because the Jezebel pulls her energy and significance from men. Her dad, whoever ordains her in the church, whoever appoints her or forms her in the church, so spiritual dad, father, and she also pulls it from her husband or whoever that male entity is that is an uncommon man in his head, who should be an uncommon man in his headship, but he's not. She pulls her power from the Ahab and from her dad. She's a queen. She's a woman of the realms, a woman of the worlds, and that is who she is. What we have done in our black church culture is we just look at the part of the scripture where the Jezebel painted her face and put on her makeup and was all into, oh, that woman got the spirit of, oh, no, we actually say that is the Jezebel. We could say that woman has the spirit of Jezebel. I mean, and I don't know if I ascribe to that, but that would be more proper. But to say that the Jezebel isn't always a woman is a complete lie. It's an improper exegesis. It's not even a proper interpretation of the text.
Larry, well, can you speak to Michelle Holly's point that she believes that the legend or the discussion around Jezebel is steeped in patriarchy? Remember, I think Tiffany Montgomery talked about misogyny with Apostle Paul, and that turned into a firestorm. So what do you say to that?
Absolutely true.
Okay.
Because let me tell you this, I'm talking in context of what I taught for decades as opposed to what was being taught. Would I teach the Jezebel now? If I did, I would teach it in light of what Michelle Holly said.
Okay.
I will use it to deconstruct patriarchy, historically, how we look at text and look at the scripture, looking to be a misogynist, looking to raise the man over the head of the woman. So I would absolutely, if I was talking and to people who are deconstructing in a spiritual community, if I use Jezebel, I will use her like that because she is a queen. She's a woman of power. She's a woman of influence. She has spiritual power. This woman intimidated hundreds of prophets. So we're talking about somebody who has spiritual rank, spiritual influence, possibly even political influence. You know, so I agree. Michelle Holly is 100% correct because she's having a conversation around that is in the word of deconstruction. But in light of what we teach in the Black church, even today, it is absolutely wrong.
Okay.
Wrong.
Let me read this comment from Roderick Wilson. He says, let me bring clarity. Yes, Jezebel in the Bible was a woman by name, but the spirit of Jezebel is not limited to gender. It is a demonic spirit, not a personality trait. Spirits do not have gender. They have assignments that some manipulate, controlling, anti-prophetic spirit can operate through a man or a woman. So don't get stuck on the name. Get discernment for the spirit behind the behavior.
The only disagreement I have with him is that spirits do not have genders. That's not true. Other than that,
yeah, he said spirits do not have gender.
That's not true.
Okay.
So other than that, I can agree with what he's saying because he's basically saying what I said. The spirit versus the Jezebel and Ahab network. We need to really just train ourselves for the purpose of our thinking and for teaching that if you mention the Jezebel, you gotta mention the Ahab.
They go together like a set.
You can't separate them.
Okay.
You cannot separate them. And I know because we've lost a lot of spirituality in our church because we get more and more white. So, and because of that, we don't have the education for experiential knowledge and education when it comes to the spirit world. So we just look at this Bible with a natural lens and we get caught up in aspects of it. That story of the Jezebel actually goes back to King Nimrod and Queen Semiramis. Okay, it's all coming to my mind. It's all coming to my mind. You know, so this is a ancient spiritual diabolical network that has followed leaderships, empires for years. And we do not have the education to discuss and digest that. I covered this in my old book called the Fivefold Ministers Reference Book. And this was used to train ministers in several different countries many years ago. So let me read, if Tyesse will let me.
Please do.
Let me read one small, let me see if I can find it. Lord. Let me read one small part of it. The Ahab and the Jezebel networks. Before we can understand clearly the complexities and the sensitives surrounding what I believe to be two of the leading kingdom killers of our time, we must understand properly from a kingdom perspective the man and the woman, the male human and the female human. If you endeavor to explain the Ahab or the Jezebel without a proper revelation or understanding of the male and the female, then your derivatives and explanations will be incomplete or altogether warped. So that's the first problem, because we don't understand that. And that sort of bows to what Michelle Holly was saying, that a lot of the view surrounding the Jezebel is rooted in patriarchy because of the understanding that we have all embraced concerning the man's formation, which is that man was created first, and that's not true. But anyway, let's go.
So wait. You get this.
You heard what I said?
So man was not created first?
No. All right. The first.
They would have clipped this, Larry. They already clipped it.
I'm just telling you what the truth is.
Okay.
The world was created with the woman. The woman, the female, the divine feminine works hand in hand with God. She created us. And I know that's difficult to understand, but if you just go to the scriptures and really understand wisdom being a woman, then the scriptures tell you that wisdom framed the world. A woman is made to clear chaos. So in the chaotic that had no void, God, with his divine femininity, because he's mother and father, created the world and gave birth to the world. Wisdom, that woman created everything. So femininity is the first energy. And that's in your Bible. So if you don't like it, tear it out.
You know what, Larry? I have a question. So what is this resistance to deconstruct and dismantle some of these things that we have been steeped in and raised in and been told? What do you think the resistance from dismantling and deconstructing some of these biblical perspectives, some of the things that we've been taught, the teachings of the church? Why is there such a we've been told this and we're gonna keep it that way? We don't want to hear nothing else. We don't want to hear any other theories, any other thoughts on these matters. Where does that come from?
There's several, but the main one is control. If you are in charge of the messaging, and then you can then, at that moment, if you're in charge of the messaging, you're in charge of the mind. The greatest aspect of the soul is the mind or the brain or the thinking. So if I can control your thinking, I control your soul. This is why they use the terminology saving souls. It's really the confiscation of souls. It's pulling somebody's soul and making it yours under your control. So the whole fight with deconstruction is people who want to remain enslaved in their thinking and used to having their thinking in the hands of the other, and the leaders of that system who have prospered by you being in dumb.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that answers my question.
Yeah, so I don't want to go too far, but let me just define. Let me see if I can
take your time.
In the book, let's start with the Ahab, because you can't understand the Jezebel without understanding the Ahab. You can't understand the Ahab without understanding the Jezebel. So what is the Ahab? The Ahab is a network of demon spirits. See, this whole thing, and the young man mentioned it about the spirit of Jezebel. Well, the Jezebel is a woman who represents being the queen of a citadel of demons. It's not just one spirit, but we're getting to that. So the Ahab is a network of demon spirits that attempt to set up a kingdom ruled by a Babylonian king. This web of demons begins to set up his kingdom in the fibers of the family, about the Ahab, which spills over into the community, including the workplace, entertainment, industry, government, and the church. Simply put, these demons that work in that network, the Ahab, these demons work tirelessly to keep men out of their preordained place in an effort to create a new, widely accepted idea of what the male human is and what his role is. So there cannot be a Jezebel without an Ahab, and the Ahab is a network of spirits who possess or infect or inflict a man and pull him out of his headship and redefines him in the earth. This is exactly what the white hand did to the black man. The exact thing. It took him out of the family. The butt breaking happened in slavery, but butt breaking is still happening spiritually and psychologically happening now with the music, with the representation in Hollywood and all those things. It just, what we call a man now is much different than what we called a man when I was a boy. My grandfather was a man. What I see now is little boys playing games, football, fantasy football, and you got all this time to do this kind of stuff. And your wife and your kids have not realized their purpose. You ain't even realized your purpose and got into your millions. That is all strategic and done in the culture. So it starts with the man out of place. That's the only way the Jezebel can exist. The Jezebel pulls her power from the Ahab. All right. So that's that. Now let me tell you about what the Jezebel is, and I'm gonna stop because this is a 4-hour conversation. Easy. The Jezebel is a network of demons that attempt to set up a kingdom ruled by a Babylonian queen. I remember I told you the roots is Queen Semiramis and King Nimrod. This web of demons began to set up his kingdom in the fibers of the family, which spills over into the community, including the workplace, entertainment industry, government, and church. Simply put, these demons work tirelessly to keep women out of their preordained place in an effort to create a new widely accepted idea of the female and her role. So let's look at the spirits, the key demons of this network that are responsible, number one, for the Ahab. So the spirit that afflicts the males is the spirit of pride, the spirit of addiction, the spirit of blindness, the spirit of rebellion, the spirit of bitterness, the spirit of perversion, and the spirit of worldliness. That infects and afflicts the man, he becomes the Ahab. Now the Jezebel can take her proper place, because when it comes to the Jezebel, there is a network of spirits. And where is that at? I ain't been in this book in so long. There's a network of spirits that is responsible for the Jezebel, but I don't know why I didn't put this in the book. Maybe I did put it in the book, but anyway, I can go off the top of my head. Off the top of my head, you're dealing with the spirit of whoredom. You're dealing with the spirit of prostitution that comes out of that whoredom. You're dealing with the spirit of is it lesbianism? I'm talking in context of what I used to teach, not now. I think it's lesbianism. I don't know why is this page torn out of here. But anyway, it's a network of diabolical spirits that work hand in hand with Jezebel, and it's a network of spirits. It also deals with idolatry and idol worship, and the prostitution whoredom thing, because she made her daughters give their bodies for money for the temple for her worship. So the reason why we have acquiesced to the lie of who the Jezebel is because we just did not sit down and do the research ourselves. You have to start with Babylon, King Nimrod, and Queen Semiramis, and then just continue to read and read and read. Now, there's that. Now, let me get over here into deconstruction, what I like to talk about. The reality is that this whole story about King Nimrod and Semiramis is a borrowed story. Put in the pages of history about it. But this has a pattern that goes all the way back to the beginning in Africa, when we begin to look up in the heavens and see the woman and see the child and see the father by looking at constellations. It started with a constellation, and then it moved to another constellation. Then it was the sun, and then because the sun was bigger than, was it Osiris or Sirius? I think it's the constellation. So this whole mother, father, son thing, and then the son dying, and then the mom, being the one that then saves the day, or either the father dying, and then the son and the mama working together to rebuild the empire. This story is told in Greeks amongst the Greeks. It's told many different ways with different names. Just putting it out there. So that's all I'm gonna say. But I said enough for everybody to take it and run and go chat and learn and learn.
Go research it. I don't know. People just they like being stuck, Larry. It just seems like they just don't want to go do the work, as Yana says.
They don't want to be free. It's like what Harriet Tubman said, that she could have saved more people if they knew that they were actually bound. These people in that we love the church and love the pastors and everything, but the reality is it's like there's something in them that don't want to be free. I remember my mama was here, and what was the conversation? And I began to say, I said, no. Oh, this is what it was. We were saying, Mama said, God know everything. We're like, but then there was something that was said that gave context to the statement that God knows everything. And I said, well, in context of that, he doesn't. And my mama looked like, you are speaking heresy.
Mhm.
And I began to explain myself. She said, "Oh, I was about to leave." And she was. When I started talking like that, she started walking away from me like she was going to leave out of the house because it was different. And for many people, that's just really strong in what they have been taught. I'm not talking about in what they know, because a lot of times it's not even what they know. It's just their belief, what has been taught, and that's what they attach their belief to. When they hear something different, different is always a devil. You need to put that in the chat. Different is always demonized. And so when I started saying something different, she was about to leave because I was saying, I guess she felt like I was demoting God's power or something. No, God isn't just the Lord God of all, the making creator of the universe. He and all universes. He isn't just the omnipotent all, but he is also a science, and he's a concept and an idea. And so when we say God, a lot of times people just think about that white man with a long beard on a chair. They think in the word of master. They think like a black person on a plantation, the master with the whip and get permission. And sir, just thank you for the food. Thank you for let me have a job and work this cotton field, not even realizing that the whole thing has been white control. So God is a science, and he's also a concept as well. With that being said, we need to understand that God does not go against and over our will and our want. So he does not know, and this is taking us somewhere. He don't know. He knows my propensity and my potential to say and do a thing. He knows that. He's all knowing, but he don't know which way I'm going to take. Now, do we say he knows the way that I take? Yes, meaning that even when I make a decision and follow my heart or my mind and what I want to do, and it may not be what God wanted me to do, he knew that I had the propensity and the potential to do that. In essence, he knew I would do that. But it's not like God is somewhere controlling your thoughts and your actions, and he know if you're going to fail, he know if you're going to rise, he know if you're going to be rich, he know if you're going to be poor. That's all up to you and how you with them.
You know the Bible scripture they're gonna throw at you. Jeremiah 29:11.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm okay with that.
I cannot. No, but that's one of the scriptures that everybody posts, they quote it, and so at the end of the day, you're saying that God knows our paths, right?
He knows our potential, our possibilities, what we want, what we really want, and who we really are. He does.
Okay.
But what you're gonna do, he don't know.
Okay. I think why I think that's hard for people to, even myself, to hear, is because we've been raised with the omnis, all of the omnis, and so it's like, okay, well, okay.
That's the master concept, though. That comes up from the plantation.
Okay.
Because that's the master gave you food, the master gave you a job, the master controlled your life, the master bought you. You were his property. And so
one of my followers say it again there. Okay, so God knows your path, but he doesn't know what you're gonna do.
Right. He knows the possibilities. He know you, he know us. I don't care what we try to show people. He knows. Remember the concept, the intelligence, and the Lord God of all, the making creator. I'm saying all the things that God is. So he knows. Absolutely, he knows. But he does not know what choice you are going to make. He knows your potential to make a wrong or a right choice. But the choice is yours, and it's not known until you do it. It's not known in the heavens. It's not known in the earth or below. Nobody knows. No servant of the Most High, no angel, no ancestor. Nobody knows until you do it.
Okay, Joanne says, basically, if we would be robots. Okay.
Hey.
If God is controlling our thoughts and bodies, then we are just robots and a part of the Borg collective, like 7 of 9.
Hey, I'm a parent. I got 2 daughters. I trained them to do what's right. I know they have it in them to do what is right. But then sometimes they choose to do wrong. And I knew that they would do that wrong because I know they also had the potential of doing that wrong because I know them. You see?
Okay.
It's just like that.
So God does not know if I'm going to get this piece of cake. That he don't know it. He knows the cake is here. Okay.
He know you want it.
He know that I wanted this cake. Okay, but he don't know
And that you're attracted to that cake.
Yeah. I'm
You like the butter. You like the butter and the sweet. He knows all of that.
Yeah. But until I make that decision, it is really on me. Yeah.
That's right.
I got you. Okay.
That's it.
I can work with that. I can work with that. It took me a minute to warm up to. I can work with that.
Yeah.
I can work with that because listen, there is this thing like people want us to be almost like Joanne said, robotic. Like God is having these streams, and it puts a lot of codependency on God when you really think about it. Like the responsibility
and no responsibility on you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Amber said, but you have free will to say no to the cake. You know, that free will conversation, we had that conversation. Free will is really, really tricky, y'all. It's tricky because we're put in a world with all these things going on, and we have to adapt to the world that we live in. So free will always, to me, has been a little, but that's a whole other conversation. Okay. Larry, this Jezebel conversation, a lot of people don't want to have it. I see some comments in the chat, but a lot of people... Huh?
You left Joanne up.
Yeah, a lot of people don't want to have this conversation because it's uncomfortable because they have to dig deep into some things that may not be comfortable digging into.
And if they have the conversation in context of the way that I said it, we're not looking at just the woman, we're looking at the man too, which sort of goes to what Michelle Holly was pointing out. It's always the woman, and the gays, the woman, and the gays, the woman, and the gays. And this, without the women and the gays, there is no church.
Pretty much.
So and that is the reason why it's not, certain truths are not going to be discussed. Number one, as we said earlier, we no longer can control people when they start questioning our message.
Yeah.
They start thinking, we're like, okay, I'm a little scared of that because you're thinking outside the box, and we don't even know where you get that thinking from. And that was the problem when I was a child, according to my parents, because I always questioned everything. But the person that's asking the question is the genius, not the person answering it.
Okay.
Because the person that is asking the question is actually in the world of their thoughts, and they're in the world of consideration. They're actually in a creative world. So the person that asks questions, the child, those of you got children that ask questions, you're dealing with a genius. Not the person who's answering the question is the genius. No. And I have to answer a lot of questions. I know people look at me being super smart and they bob and gifted, and yeah, I'm all of that. But the reality is, you that are questioning me or listening to me and questioning what you believe and remeasuring yourself, you're the genius.
Exactly. Check your phone, Larry.
Uh-oh. Lord Jesus, what is it?
Yeah. That was the whole...
We already knew that was going to happen.
That was the whole plan all along.
Oh, yeah. We already knew about this.
All right. That was a whole get down on the rundown. Yeah.
Yeah, but that just
solidifies what we already know.
And I hate to say this. It sort of shows who is who.
Yes. And see, that's why I don't feel bad when I go hard like I do on that whole delegation. But it is what it is, brother.
I got a lot of texts from members. They're like, "Oh my God, go for that rate. Go ahead." Oh my God.
I cannot. I can send it to you, Tamara. I'll send it to you, Tamara. I cannot.
I'm about to put it in my group me. All the celestials are gonna see it. Oh, you saw it? We ain't talking about the link. Say what now?
I'll send it to you, Tamara.
Oh my God.
These people.
I can't.
YouTube is diabolical. I promise you, it is diabolical. Nothing
Cannot.
shocks me anymore. Nothing shocks me. Nothing shocks me. But the thing about it is that these people really don't have no content in the general sense. So, of course, they got to get in where they fit in, however they can get it. Okay. 1 second.
Listen, I mean, you might listen. It ain't doing nothing but just confirming everything I say and every move I made.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's all that's doing.
Okay.
I send it to you, Janelle. And, send me a Snapchat, Janelle. But
Jezebel is a conversation that needs to continue because people need to know, because these are things that do attack, ministries, the church, or whatever, Larry. So it needs to, the conversation needs to continue.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It really does. So I said, we want to know. Oh, you gonna know? I'm pretty sure Tyesse gonna cover it. You're gonna know.
I have, my spirit won't allow me to just sit by, and I have to bring. I got to go live after this. I have to do it. My spirit, I have to do it. The Aquarian in me, it would not let me do it, and I hate to give somebody publicity by me covering it, but I have to do it because the truth needs to be told. It has to be.
Yeah, but let's hope that it just. What I would do, I would be looking for another Larry Live. Yeah. And that could be what it is, and that would be smart. I think that'd be very smart. Yeah. Because like some people believe, and I know they believe, that all media is good media. So, and all publicity is good publicity. So, it's possible that it could be that, and may be totally about some of the same stuff that was discussed on my platform, like updates and stuff, and stuff like that. Now that would actually be smart. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it would be smart.
But for me, it's the MO of it. I know the person and I know their MO, and nothing can never make me see them in any other different light, how they operate. So,
but you looking at that, and you're right. Mm-hmm. I look at the person.
Yeah.
Just like when they got up there and read that stuff, I wasn't thinking about the person that was reading. I was thinking about what was it. Because see, they're very clear, very, very clear and calculative on what they're doing. Mm-hmm. But
yeah. Well, brother, I'm going to get off here. I'm going to do a quick dissertation on this matter, and then I'm done for today. And I'll be back tonight for my Friday Night Live. Hopefully we'll be able to celebrate 15,000 tonight. Hopefully.
Yeah, if you're watching, please go hit subscribe so we can go ahead and hit the 15,000 and celebrate the 15,000 subscribers on the official Tyesse Report page. And I know some of you watching on Facebook, you say, I don't always watch on YouTube, but you got a YouTube account. Go over there and go ahead and hit like, so that when you start using YouTube for all of your watching, which most of us are sort of transferring over there to YouTube to watch, you already have your algorithm populated with something amazing and wonderful and great content.
We're 41 away.
All right.
Yeah, we're gonna hit it. We'll hit it.
Yeah, we're gonna definitely hit that tonight. All right. I'm gonna share it so that we can if everybody will go to the YouTube page and copy the profile link and post it and say, please follow Tyesse Report, it's going to be good tonight or so.
We might hit 16 next week then.
Right.
We might hit 16. So thank you, Larry, so much. Okay. This is a continuation of a conversation we were already having. If you want to go back and watch that video, it's a little serious, but you can watch the previous video, or the video that we originated with. You can watch that if you want to. Okay, so everybody, I will see y'all in about 10 minutes. We're on a roll. It's Friday. We're gonna keep the train rolling.
Wow, you come back on in 10 minutes.
I am. I want to thank Brother Larry Reed for the support, the love, the brotherhood, and welcome all of our new subscribers from the LRL community. Come join us. Come see what we're all about. Okay, I'm sure you'll enjoy it. Thank you, brother.
All right, see you.
Bye-bye. Have a great day, everybody. I'll see everybody in maybe 5 to 10 minutes. I'll see you in 5 to 10 minutes. Have a great day.